So this morning, when a person finds breathing is hard to do, there might be several diseases that could be at fault. According to Dr. Ron Sherman, pulmonary specialist at OSF St. Francis in Escanaba, one is just not being looked for enough. We have more this morning in part two of Pulmonary Problems.
There are 24 million people in the United States with COPD, and only 12 million have been diagnosed. That is why COPD has increased in mortality compared with any other disease.
Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD. It's something Dan Lacoste has become very familiar with over the past 4 years. COPD has two main forms, chronic bronchitis and emphysema, and Dan is being treated for both. And what Dr. Sherman finds frustrating, it's easily screened for.
Since the 1970s, age-related mortality to COPD has gone up by 135%. Not because we don't have good medicine, it's because we underdiagnose COPD.
Now, a lung disease that's not so easy to find is lung cancer. It's usually not discovered until it's almost too late for treatment. But even in this area, there's a new push for early detection.
The best way to screen for cancer, and this is really right off the presses, is a screening CT scan of the chest.
And with early detection comes more effective treatment options.
By doing a screening CT scan of the chest, it'll decrease mortality or death rate by 20% compared with doing a screening chest x-ray alone.
Added to COPD and lung cancer, something called pulmonary fibrosis.
Idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis is just an unfortunate, progressive, scarring disease of the lung that no one knows what the cause is.
There is no cure, and people with pulmonary fibrosis usually only live for 3 to 5 years. As for pulmonary problems in general, smoking is still a major factor in contracting lung diseases. Now, so you know, there is some hopeful news in that, Sam. They said that in America, the smoking numbers are going down. That means that there are less smoking-related lung diseases. On a worldwide scale, that number is still really high, and a lot of people have that. The simple test that, excuse me, that Dr. Sherman was talking about is called a spirometer. Ask your doctor if you're having problems. You just breathe into this little computer tube, and it'll let you know if you're having problems. He said it's really simple to check that out. We've got a whole lot more on our website, uppermichigansource.com, including Dr. Sherman's wealth of information. And one of the things he talked about was there is more than just lung cancer to worry about when you smoke. And he talks about all of them. We've got that link shared on our site too.
Good. It's, you know, it's one of those things that you, like I was saying yesterday, you think of just smoking being the issue. And it is good to hear, you know, less people smoking, but like you said, a very simple test that could save you maybe a lifetime of problems.
Sure, and one of the things that he emphasized was the faster you find it, the more effective the treatment. You know, that IPF is the really scary one, the idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis. They just don't know what causes it, so it's some scary stuff.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
All right.